Why do you think this game got away from you in the first half, and what did you think the difference was between you and them tonight?
I think one of the biggest is maturity. I think they're a very mature team, and they play like one. I think they have the discipline to stay in there, do their thing the whole time, and they just outlast you. They're good physically, and so then physically they come at you, and then at times our technique would break down, and then they'd capitalize on it. I thought that they it was a closer game than the score. I mean, what killed us was explosives on defense, and then offense not finishing drives. We'd march downfield, we'd come down to the one play where we had to make something happen, and we weren't able to do it. And I think a lot of it has to do with Stanford. I mean, they're just a very mature group, nothing rattles them, and then when they get an opportunity, they capitalize on it. And this group's played together for a long time, and you can tell. And so I thought for the most part we played hard from start to finish. I thought there were a few instances of individuals, all of a sudden they don't like the way things are going, so they're going to let that affect their level of play. We'll address that tomorrow, and then no, I thought we fought hard. We didn't always fight smart.
When you called a timeout before the kickoff and gathered the whole team together on the sideline, what was...
Just to kind of put things in perspective, which that lasted a little bit, and then of course, Stanford, they had, that's the biggest thing that kept you off balance was their offensive line and their defensive line. Their defensive line could keep you just enough off balance that you had to execute a lot of plays, and putting that many back-to-back forces you to slice it pretty thin, and that's difficult to do with the consistency that they're able to maintain. And then I thought that the same thing really happened with their offense. Their offense, if they needed a play and a lot of the explosives, they're just able to protect. I mean, they have good receivers and whatnot, but at times he had as long as he wanted to throw the ball. So, and they deserve a lot of credit for that.
You feel this is a positive reality check moving forward?
Yeah, there's some things to draw on, no question. I mean, and part of it is identifying, how close we really are, which, that's a fact. And we have to build on that. I guess that's the biggest thing. But the other thing is you get a chance to go play somebody like them, you'd like to put your best foot forward, and the biggest thing was consistency. It wasn't really a big effort. Stanford's just able to be consistent longer than we are.
Your opponent next week, Cal, suffered a similar loss tonight. What's going to determine over the next week who's able to bounce back?
Both teams are going to try to improve, and both teams are going to battle to improve, and we just need to go out and play the best we can. And that's the other thing is we need to worry about being the best team that we can be. And I think we would struggle and go on and try to do this and that. There's a few plays that Stanford really didn't have anything to do with. Dropped balls or somebody busting coverage. They didn't have anything to do with that. The thing is you have to play extremely sharp for an extended period with them, and we're getting better at that, and we're growing at it, but we're not there yet.
How did you think Austin responded to the two big hits he took and then the interception?
I thought he responded good. He forced the interception. That was a guess, which was unfortunate, but I was proud of the way he settled in. He settled in and played pretty good at the end.
Thoughts on how Connor Halliday was performing before he got hurt?
Thought he did fine. Same stuff that I described, though, really, is with the consistency, and then no aspect of it was just him. All of a sudden you'd be moving along, playing pretty good, and then somebody gets beat or somebody drops a ball, that type of thing.
Gabe said Connor was fine. Do you expect him to go next week?
Yes.
Mike, do you feel that this team is better equipped to bounce back from this, something like this, than say
Yeah, I think so. I think so. And that's one of the biggest things about growing and improving is having the ability to do that.
Anything else for Coach?
Quick.
Mike, would you, if Austin took a couple big hits, would you put Tyler in if he had been unable to keep going?
Well, we really didn't expect that to happen. We might have brought Connor back. But, the biggest thing is we have to go out there and continually play hard. And we've got, I think we have a pretty good starting point on that. We just need to be able to improve that, as pressure elevates.
Guys good?